The deadliest war America's ever been involved in is about to happen again, the American Civil War. Now, obviously, part of the reason why it was the deadliest war America's ever been in is because both sides were American. And that's exactly what we're going to see today, because basically everyone that dies is going to also be American. Now, this is a pretty accurate Civil War map from back all the way in like the 1860s. Actually, I think there's some minor mistakes, but regardless, let's go ahead and see what happens. Now, remember, these were all just territories back in the day. Also, we had really long Nebraska here. Love that we also have the current flags for these places. Like Utah just updated that like last year, right? So this is a Civil War 2.0, but for some reason we're going back to the old American borders from the 1860s. Yeah, it's probably best to not even put the Confederate flag in this mod. Now, funny enough, this is going to be a really interesting scenario. Obviously, the North wins, the Union wins, but in terms of area, these two are very close to each other. Obviously, both sides have puppets. We're not sure if they're actually going to get involved with these wars. Also, those puppets, though, they could always revolt and just do their own thing or join the other side. We're not starting off with any alliances. Technically, it's possible the CSA and the Union team up if, like, let's say the Dakota territory gets too big. That sounds wild, but it's possible. I would say fairly unlikely. Also, if you're wondering about West Virginia, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be making comments about West Virginia. This is just the start of the Civil War. West Virginia has not broken away from Virginia and joined the Union just yet. It is possible, though. I do have revolts on, so any of these territories, I guess, like Baton Rouge, could create their own countries, or I guess their own states, and go their own way. Memphis, we got accurate cities here, Little Rock, Dallas, but who's to say that, I don't know, New York City might not revolt, and New York State just decides to, well, randomly join the Confederates. It's possible. Literally anything you can imagine could happen here today. Oklahoma is like Indian territory. They're divided between North and South Oklahoma. All right, so let's go ahead and press play and see how long it takes before this world literally blows the hell up. Also, the Union control not only Kansas, but also California, a large part of northern Nevada, and Oregon. Here we go. Now, are they going to pull in their puppets? Some of the puppets are getting pulled in, but not all of them. Like, why isn't North Oklahoma fighting? Missouri's not fighting. Kentucky's not fighting. So it's actually kind of a bottleneck, which might be a good thing for the CSA up here. They just have to fight through Ohio, Pennsylvania, up to Jersey and Delaware. Arizona might totally get crushed, though. So this is the Civil War, at least the starting Civil War. This is actually the first battle. Okay, so the vassals are paying their overlord. We don't know. The war might end. Ooh, over on this left flank, they're definitely losing territory here. Now you get northern Oklahoma involved. That's probably a good idea there. You're gonna need all the help you can get, CSA. Ooh, unfortunately, the New Mexico territory, they just ran out of gold. So even though they were pushing into Arizona, they both ran out of money. It's only going to be able to, the Union to push in. Speaking of which, the Union itself does not have that much money. And there's the peace deal. So the CSA lost barely any land, if I'm going to be honest. Only a couple pixels. If they okay, well, they're already going to declare another war. If they declare another war when they have 6 combat efficiency, they're going to explode through the Union. Look at Kentucky go. Now, did they pull in all their puppets this time? Still, again, North Oklahoma is not choosing to help. Also, Arizona territory is choosing to stay out of it. Missouri is oh no, they just got Kentucky to change sides. I think. What did you do, Kentucky? Kentucky revolted against their master CSA. Wow, so the Kentucky, it's actually not West Virginia in this universe, it's Kentucky. They're loving that KFC, they love that money. They don't want to be a part of the CSA. They want to keep on making that money with the Union, I guess. I don't know why. What else am I supposed to say when it comes to Kentucky but KFC? That's all you guys know about. If you're from America or not, you know KFC. I gotta make a reference. Dang, and they're doing pretty good. Now, who gets to that capital first, though? Frankfurt? Hey, they're actually doing great. Oh, who is this? Washington just revolted. That's Washington, D.C. What other cameos are we about to see then? Oh, now the CSA is struggling. Kentucky got their independence. They look ugly as ever. We're not even seeing states revolt. We're just seeing straight up cities. What the heck? Kansas City just formed. Literally a line city-state. Also, Annapolis is its own independent nation. I don't think they're going to survive, though. They're allied. These people are getting some friends. Okay, things are starting to get really interesting. Now the CSA doesn't even really border the Union. Oh, they do technically in Kansas. That's it. The Union's going to have to try to take some of these states or cities back. I don't even know what you want to call them. Oh, another Union. Now St. Louis has went. Oh, but we lost Kansas City, but we got St. Louis. So we've got territories, we've got cities, we've got random unions now forming up. Now we got the CSA trying to take out Washington, D.C. Washington, meanwhile, is also fighting Charleston. Interesting. So what the heck? Kentucky just allied to the CSA, even though they revolted from them. Now they're homies again. I guess Kentucky just didn't like to be the smaller partner in the friendship. Now we got New Mexico trying to do their own thing. Oh, we just lost a city. St. Louis was conquered by Missouri. Let's see what happens in New Mexico now. They're literally fighting they were fighting all their neighbors. They did get their independence. So both these chunky boys, they're actually getting less and less friends now. This is an American Civil War where, instead of like just North versus the South, it's kind of just everyone for themselves. That's clearly what we're beginning to see. Oh, it was Missouri independent. Are you gonna let them just take out your puppet like that? Okay, so there goes Missouri. Is the New Mexico territory? Yes, they did. They just destroyed the Arizona territory. So New Mexico looks a little bit stronger. Not even a little bit, a lot stronger. They are still fighting the CSA though, and the Union is trying to retake Washington, D.C., which randomly went independent. Annapolis is actually still here too. I like that they're giving their own flags. For some reason, Charleston went with a Nordic style, so maybe they have a lot of Viking heritage here. I doubt it. CSA is done with, they only got 2 puppets, North Oklahoma and South Oklahoma. Annapolis is now gone, and oh, okay, Washington's not dead yet. Oh, you just grabbed the Annapolis city. Ooh, now the CSA is just deciding to completely eat up New Mexico, and if the Union doesn't join in on this war, the South's gonna get all this. Now the Dakota territory is now fighting for their freedom. All the territories don't want to be a part of the Union. Oh, interesting, the Union had to change their capital to Minneapolis. No, this is not Minneapolis, this is St. Paul, Minnesota. Are you gonna get your capital taken right now? How many more puppets are they gonna lose at this point? The Dakota territory should probably ally to New Mexico's territory. I cannot believe this. They are actually going to take another capital from the north. Oh, wait. By some miracle. Wow, this is like World War II. The Germans knocking on the steps of Moscow. We have an independent Missouri once again. Oh, Oklahoma finally became its own thing. It's actually South Oklahoma, but they've re-allied. So this is like a new alignment of the Civil Wars. The South no longer has all these puppets. Now they just have straight up friends and alliances. Yep, St. Paul did get taken. The Union had to change their capital again. Oh, it's confirmed Dakota is its own thing, but also New Jefferson City got its independence. Look at that big old red flag. The capital of the Union has now for the 3rd time changed to Augusta here. Is this in Maine? Washington has expanded. Oh, there goes Missouri again. Washington expanded into the CSA, but now they're allied to each other. The Union is still the biggest country by far, and just considering that, oh, well, they might lose territory now, especially because if you consider all their puppets they still have. I like that we're seeing more and more nations with flags. I didn't know that if you revolt, you get your own, like, kind of individual, unique flag. That's awesome. Did Dakota join the CS? No, they're fighting for themselves. This was actually a smart war while the Union is fighting the South. Look at how big Kentucky's getting. Holy crap. Okay, so the Southern team has pieced out. Look at this new Confederacy go. This new Confederacy that's split between South Oklahoma, whatever that is, New Mexico territory, Kentucky, Washington, Charleston, and then the other deep South states that you'd expect. This is actually the only team right now, funny enough. The Union's going to need to actually form a team here. Oh, Las Vegas went independent. Let's go. I want to be a part of this nation. They probably are going to have a lot of fun over there. Kentucky's now inching closer and closer to Detroit, Michigan. It's actually these independent former vassals that are leading the charge. The CSA's not doing all that much. So did the Union just run out of money? Is it too much for them? No, they actually have plenty of money. They're just fighting like... They still have 3 independences. They still have 3 puppets, my bad. Nebraska territory, Colorado, Utah, and the Idaho territory, which I think this is supposed to be its own little thing, isn't it? I don't know. I didn't know did they combine Idaho and Washington? Maybe at one point they did. Las Vegas with an interesting Swedish flag. The CSA is not holding up their bargain. Oh, Oklahoma might get murked here, and they did. Oh, there they go. Okay, so that's a big... Oh, wow. The Union is now finally taking it to some of these guys. Well, meanwhile, Charleston's gotten a lot bigger. Oh, Vegas just went to war with the Union. The Union's got... They're spread out all over the place, so they're constantly having to fight wars all over the map. Oh, North Oklahoma's now back. They just split from the Union. Oklahoma just does not want to be a part of the North, that's for sure. Now we got the Idaho territory revolting. The Dakota territory is looking huge. Oh, Kentucky finally died. Oh, wow. So now, okay, Dakota's trying to retake these. Okay, they did. And now the CSA's regaining ground, trying to take up arms for Kentucky, their lost brother. Las Vegas and the Idaho territory both fighting at the same time. Okay, the Union is fighting way too many enemies. Oh, more and more people continue to get their freedom. Oh, Kentucky's back. Oh, and now South Oklahoma's back too. How'd they even get that name? It's Brookland, but they're not using their cities, so sometimes you can actually form this. Oh, that's because it was an original starting country from the beginning. The Idaho territory is in fact independent. Las Vegas is now fighting. Oh, you were fighting the... Okay, well, Vegas is dead. These two are almost tied in terms of territory. It really doesn't feel like that. The Union looks weak, but it's because they have a bunch of little pockets. New Mexico just directly declared war on Utah, which pulls them into a war against the Union, but they do have the backing of the CSA. Oh, we did have an independence for a little bit. Des Moines was just formed, but they instantly died. Again, the teams... Oh, there was actually 2 different teams. Kentucky and South Oklahoma formed their own individual team. Oh, finally we have the Dakota territory and the Idaho territory teaming up. You would think the territories would all team up. We've got a couple more independences. New Jefferson City once again. North Oklahoma trying to destroy South South Oklahoma. Utah just became independent. Oh, the Union is extremely lucky that they're now away from, yeah, they're just in New England, basically. They were losing a ton of territory. Okay, so North Oklahoma actually ended up dying in South Oklahoma. So this is a team right here. There's no way they survive, though, right? There's only 2 loyal followers of the Union left. It's the Nebraska Territory and the Colorado Territory. We have an independent Lincoln, too, by the way, Lincoln, Nebraska. I love how the Union refuses to form a team. They are just like, no, we are the rightful owners of all of the U.S. You can be our puppet, or that's it, or you can fight us. They refuse to have a team. But there's 2 major teams that have now formed on the map. What was that? The Columbus? Columbus was formed. Did they die instantly? Columbus is here. Columbus, Ohio. We also have New Oklahoma City and New Des Moines. Why is there an... Oh, is this an actual place called New Des Moines up here in Maine? I've never heard of that place before. Are these just people from Maine inspired by Iowa? Why would they do that? New Oklahoma City. I'm not going to lie. That kind of goes hard. That goes really hard. Oh, are these like cities that have died in the past and they get revived and they get thrown new in front of? I think that's what's happening here. Yeah, because New Jefferson's... Oh my goodness. Topeka, Kansas City, Kentucky, Springfield, Chicago, Madison, Indianapolis. What more? Richmond is here. Okay, I think the CSA is going to be able to get a lot of this back. It's hot in Topeka. That is a lot of independent... Okay, they all revolted from the CSA. These people do not want slavery, apparently. I don't even know in this universe, in this Civil War 2.0, if they're fighting for slavery or not. I think they're just fighting to fight. Okay, well, this looks like the Holy Roman Empire now of America. That's basically what we created. The Union still had... Oh, there goes the Nebraska Territory. So we just lost a nation there. What's the teams looking like? Okay, we are very clearly, while they're getting sandwiched down, the Idaho Territory. What is this even called? I really am curious about the coalition. So we have the Confederate States of America coalition. That makes sense. And then the Order of Boise, Idaho, because that's the capital. Area, finally, we do have the CSA number 1. The Union is fallen to 3rd place, and then the Dakota Territory is actually number 2. There is one last puppet of the Union, and that is just Colorado. They are an extremely... Wait. You know, now that I mention it, they've literally revolted too. They are the last revolts. They're the last holdouts. And there they go. Colorado has become independent. We've got Utah versus the New Mexico Territory. The CSA is trying to regain a lot of stuff back. Oh man, the Holy Roman Empire of the Midwest, the Holy Midwest Empire, they're fighting each other now up here. Detroit, look at that weird flag that Detroit got. I didn't think this map was honestly going to get this crazy. This is entertaining. Ooh, and we do have small teams forming out of these smaller kingdoms. I think I want to call them kingdoms. We got a little team formed out of the former puppets of the Union, Utah and Colorado, also randomly Topeka. It's kind of a beautiful map. I wouldn't say beautiful, but it's interesting. I like that this is the one map where when the Civil Wars happen and puppets like regain their freedom out of revolts, it makes sense that the borders are straight lines. The only place in the world where we love drawing straight lines. Well, actually, the British love drawing straight lines in the Middle East for countries. We just draw straight lines for states, so not quite as bad, I think. Wow, these territories have gotten a lot of new friends. Do not count out the Union just yet, though. They still have... Well, they still have a small pocket right here, which if they get eliminated, that's going to be a massive blow. Every single little pocket the AI has, that's another opportunity for them to grow. And they haven't quite lost it yet. Imagine if just a random city wins this Civil War. All right, and the Union has officially lost this pocket. Oh, wait, they actually don't? Okay, now they did. Lincoln and New Mexico completely wombo-comboing Topeka. So the Union is now just California, Oregon, Northern Nevada, and then New England, basically, without Maine. And then we just lost Lansing by... Oh, Detroit got a little bit bigger. Also, Milwaukee's here. Also, Madison, Wisconsin. Here goes Columbus, Ohio, possibly. Charleston just took out Richmond. And there goes Oklahoma. I think New Oklahoma City. Are they going to slap 2 news in front of it? If, like, is it going to be new Oklahoma City if it does manage to return again? Oh, who just died down this way? Los Angeles. Oh, Los Angeles was briefly a country. That's cool. Dang it, we lost Los Angeles. I'm sure a lot of other Americans, they're not too sad about that. Columbus fighting Charleston and... Oh, wait, who did we just lose? Oh, so Union's trying to get back New Des Moines. This could potentially be the end of the Union. No, not yet. I don't think the Union or the CSA is going to win this. I'm really feeling that. Okay, we've got 18 nations slash states slash cities right now on the map. New Des Moines just got bigger. They're basically Maine. St. Paul is now oh, this kind of looks like, this really actually looks like Wisconsin, kind of. Oh, Kentucky was back for a second. Oh, the Union has finally just joined the Dakota Territory and the Idaho Territory. Look at Detroit go. Detroit's getting big. Indianapolis just got puppeted by Columbus. And we've got another puppet. Kentucky is back again. So Charleston's the only one here that revolted from the Union. Everyone else mostly revolted from the CSA. Madison revolted. Columbus revolted. Charleston, oh, there goes St. Paul. Utah just became a puppet to the Dakota Territory. Now Dakota's trying to crush. Oh man, Dakota's trying to get a lot of stuff. Oh, and meanwhile, Colorado's pushing into Texas. The Union actually got back New Des Moines, although they are fighting for their freedom. Kentucky's fighting for their own freedom too. Oh, the CSA just ran out of money. And Charleston, New Charleston, what the heck? All right, the Confederates are losing a ton of territory right now. Colorado's taking over all of Louisiana, all of Texas. How long are you gonna let this keep going? Wow. Okay, now the CSA looks basically like the Union where they're split down the middle. Topeka just got a lot bigger. Kentucky is literally taking over the, okay, well their capital is now North Carolina. I'm just gonna call that North Carolina. Is this just gonna turn into a random city/state battle royale with some territories? Because I think the CSA's dead. The Union is kind of making a comeback. Oh, we've got more revolts. Oh, Colorado could not keep it up. Holy crap, we've got San Antonio, Houston, Baton Rouge, and Jackson now. There's 19 nations left. Dakota trying to destroy Madison, Wisconsin finally. Columbus is getting massive. Kentucky's getting massive. Oh, look at these teams that are forming too. Maine is finally destroyed, or New Des Moines. Dakota's getting big. They got 3 different puppets too. CSA with a slight comeback as they're trying to take back Houston. We just lost Colorado now. They were looking great for a second there. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, let's see. The Dakota Territory, Baton Rouge. Kentucky's getting taken over. There's still lots of revolts happening, like really mini revolt. Austin, Colorado, Houston. Little Rock just became independent. Detroit still has, oh, New Jefferson City. Madison's still here. New Denver. New Denver has oh, there's a big old revolt that just happened. Yep. But they're able to take a lot of it back. I don't even know what cities are popping up. Nashville, Atlanta, Montgomery. So a new city, like when a city dies, in this example, when a city dies, the new form of it can pop up anywhere. I think that's pretty cool. It's like New Atlanta could pop up in LA if it really wanted to. New Denver. Well, you called yourself New Denver. What was this formerly called? Now we got the Deep South, the Holy Roman Deep South Empire, because this is where all the little nations are popping up out of. Nashville just got its independence again. Do not count out the CSA. They still control West Texas, a little piece of New Mexico, and then all of Florida and Georgia. Oh, and they're killing some of these smaller places. This is absolute chaos. We continue to hover around 19 nations, states, and territories. New Jefferson City getting really big, taking it to the Dakota Territory. CSA kind of on a little comeback here. I don't even know who is winning this. The New Mexico Territory is technically the biggest. How we have gone so far, and that's an original nation too. They've been around for a minute now. Oh, look at Columbus, Springfield. Oh, unions are happening. Columbus has unionized with Springfield. We can actually use the age because we've been watching so many revolts. There's only 5 original nations left. Idaho Territory, New Mexico Territory, Dakota Territory, the Union, and the CSA. That's actually quite a bit from the starting point. Then Columbus, Springfield is the next oldest. I didn't think this map was going to get so interesting. We got Austin versus Baton Rouge down here. Oh, there's been a second union. The is this a union or is this just like an annexation? United States of America, they have united with the Idaho Territory. They're also allied still to the Dakota Territory and Columbus, Springfield. Baton Rouge just became a puppet to the New Mexico Territory. Love that Detroit's still going. I love how powerful OP Detroit... Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Well, Detroit just became a puppet to New Jefferson City. Jackson might take over Little Rock here. Dakota Territory getting massive again. Oh, the borders are starting to get cleaned up. We got 12 nations, states, and cities left. Baton Rouge is done. Austin's done. Colorado just exists down here near the Mexico border with Texas. Mexico's not a part of this game, obviously. We're down to already 8 nations. There we go, Detroit. You're not too far away from that capital. You can take that. What the heck? Did you just union? Why did you change? Oh, the Dakota Territory just puppeted the CSA. And Columbus, Springfield just puppeted Detroit. I'm thinking the Union's going to have to backstab the Dakota Territory soon enough. Okay, CSA's independent again with Atlanta and New Mexico Territory as their friends. They're only friends. I can't even tell what's going on with this alliance map mode because there's too many similar colors. Wow, Atlanta's blowing through Columbus and Springfield. This is crazy, and I'm using the damn alliance map mode right now. Okay, Atlanta just got massive. Columbus, Springfield maybe is going to be struggling now. Funny enough, Atlanta broke away from the CSA. Was I reading that right? But they were friends at the same time? 7 nations left. What does Atlanta have in them left? Will this alliance break down too? Oh, they've puppeted New Mexico. Oh, they puppeted the CSA. And the Union just puppeted New Mexico. In fact, the Union, they just took over their territory. Oh, they've puppeted the CSA. What kind of puppet is this? New Mexico's trying their best to fight for their freedom. Oh, and they did. It's going to be these breakaway states. They're going to have to all combine to fight the Union now. Columbus, Springfield, Detroit. Oh, look at this weird flag. Looks like the Iranian flag, kind of. Detroit getting huge. Let's go, Detroit. What the hell? What the heck is going on? And now they've puppeted Detroit and New Mexico territory have puppeted, or no, they're just friends. They have similar colors. That's the problem. Oh, the Union ran out of money, huh? The Union is running out of money right now. Now, the Detroit, in order for them to get the win here, they need to get more territory than New Mexico. They need to get as far out towards the west as possible so that they can ultimately take the dub. New Mexico's got no money, though. And it's one-on-one. It's just the Union versus Detroit. And it's kind of split here. They're fighting for this very flat land. Probably pretty fun time. Who would have expected Detroit to be in this? Not me. Ooh, they're gathering. They're taking a lot more territory because they got the money. Who's bigger? Oh, Detroit has a big advantage. They're a lot bigger. Yeah, it's gonna be a slow decline. And there you have it. This is the last place I expected to win an American Civil War, but you know what, Detroit? You deserve it. We're all gonna build your cars for you now. Thank you to my patrons this month. Drew seems like the kind of guy who never loses the remote. Drew's Argentinian Trust Fund, Rip Grandpa. Drew Supremacy League, Alexander the Terrible, Carmel S, Connor Pavlik, Douche Baggins, Frederick Tiblin, King, Bear Hay, Luxembourg Lover, Miglu, The Goat, Nolan, Lord Tyrol, and Tambrin.